What is up, you guys? Welcome to another Tuesday with Spencer here on FTM Transtastic. This week is a guest week where our friend Gabe, who won the guest spot in our Indiegogo project, was able to come on the channel and talk about a topic and suggest a topic. So the topic that he picked was Pride Week, or Pride Month, sorry. And I'm just going to give you my opinions on how I feel about Pride Month. So I live in Atlanta, and in Atlanta we have two prides. We have Black Pride and we have Pride. So none of our prides actually happen during Pride Month. Pride Month is in June, and in Atlanta, Black Pride or the Life Pride is during Labor Day weekend, and then Pride is in October. So I think it has to do with the heat, but I'm not really sure why we do it that way, but that's just the way we do it here. And I'm going to talk about the importance of having both Black Pride and Pride. So I was like on the fence about it in the very beginning. So when I first went to a Pride, I was 21. I was 21, and I was on leave from the Air Force. And even though Don't Ask, Don't Tell just got repealed, I think, or something like that. So I didn't have the opportunity to go to Pride before that because I was in the Air Force and I didn't want to be dishonorably discharged. So the first time I went was 21, and it was Atlanta Pride. And at that point, every single Pride that I've gone to, both Black Pride and Pride, every single Pride that I've gone to, I've been in a relationship, and my partner has been someone of a different race. And the first time I went, I was dating a white person, and she was not for going to Black Pride. And I didn't really know why. I didn't understand why she was against it, and she was very much just, I don't feel like I deserve to be there. I feel like I'm stepping on people's toes. I feel like it's not for me. And I was really upset that she felt that way. Like, I was really upset that there, as my girlfriend and as a person in the LGBT spectrum, that she would feel that she wouldn't be able to go with me to Pride. And of course, I didn't force her. I went to Pride and had a good time, but it was really conflicting for me because I was like, what the fuck? But as I grew as an individual and as a person, I realized the importance of having spaces that are inclusive to people of color. And I didn't see that until I came out actually as trans and started going to the Philly Trans Health Conference. I went for 2 years, last year and the year before. And the year before I went, it was very white. And it still is very white. And I'm not mad that it's white. It's just a thing that it happens to be. But one thing that I've realized is how important it is to have POC exclusive things. One of the biggest things that comes to mind, like the biggest types of situations or examples I can give, is 2 years ago they had a top surgery show and tell, which was phenomenal and great and everything, and I went there to learn more about top surgery. But one of the problems that I couldn't ask the presenters and couldn't ask the people that hosted it was like keloid scarring. And I'm not saying that white people can't get keloid scars, but we all know that people of color tend to get it more often than white people. And also, I'm just sick and tired of seeing pink nipples. I mean, you know? And so I couldn't really put myself and see myself in these bodies because none of these bodies represented what I looked like. And I couldn't see what color my scars would look like because my scars aren't going to be pink and my nipples aren't going to be pink. And I didn't know, how it was going to fit my body. And then this year, they had a POC top surgery show and tell, which was awesome because, again, it just kind of allows you to ask questions that may be a little more specific to you, as well as just be able to see things that look like you. It's very important to have these types of things. And to go back to Pride, when you're in a community, specifically the Black community, and the reason why I'm saying specifically is because I had the opportunity last year being a part of a BET documentary known as Holler If You Hear Me, Black and Gay and in the Church. And it speaks about how in the African American community, LGBT people are shunned more than in the white community. And I saw that happening as a camp counselor at camp. As you guys know, I went to a trans camp earlier this month, and of the 84 kids there, there was only one black kid. And of course, I was the only black counselor. And that speaks volumes of what the community as a black community as well as the white community feel about LGBT rights and such. And it's just very important to have a space where you're dealing with all these trials and tribulations as well as like with race and sexuality and gender, and be able to talk to people who are going with the same intricacies that you may be facing because you're a person of color, or have fears of like what I get asked a lot, even though I identify as non-binary, is how I feel about transitioning where society will view me as a black male. And that's a huge issue and a huge question that people have because it's, I mean, we're the most hunted thing in the States apparently at this point. So I think it's very important to have these specific spaces. And, you know, 21-year-old me was like, I don't understand why we can't just have one pride. And now I'm so out of that way of thinking and totally understand and respect the need to have a POC pride as well as pride, and to be able to feel comfortable not only as a LGBT person but as a person of color as well, and be able to have people to talk to who've experienced certain things as a person of color as well as being an LGBT person, and how to navigate life as these two things, and how to navigate, you know, parents and relationships and etc. as these two things. So that's my take on pride. I think it's very important. I think we need to continue to include our POC brothers and sisters, and continue to include or lift the voices of those who are typically silenced. And I hope that everyone is having a great Tuesday. Real quick, I'm going to let you guys know, if you don't know, I have destroyed my knee. I tore my ACL. I tore both menisci, and as well damaged the cartilage under the knee. So I will be having surgery on Friday, and they're expecting that I stay in the hospital for a week. So I may not make a video next week. But yeah, my surgery is on Friday in the morning, so it'd be great if I get some prayers, some positive vibes, or whatever it is you do to sing well wishes my way. It's super scary. It's gonna be about a 3.5 hour surgery because of the extent, and as well as being, dispenser. So I hope you guys are having a great week and are gearing up for an even better weekend. It is Tuesday at Dispenser. Until next time.